Hello, class. Thank you so much for joining me today for Management 521, Organization Development and Change, and OpSci 534, Organization Systems and Theories of Change. This week, we get to talk about the article Resistance to Change, and we also get to share about ourselves. So, first, we'll go into the article. It goes, How Can I Overcome Resistance to Change? And this is by Got Questions. Going over the article is very interesting to look at how God intends us to go through change and why it's actually built into our existence. There are a lot of things that there's a lot of instances of change in the Bible, but through this article, we get to look at many instances. And the one that I chose to look at is Romans 8:28. Before I get into Romans 8:28, what I'd like to highlight here is resistance to change. Perspective is key, and I 100% agree with that. Early in my academic career, I was able to join a dissertation as a research assistant, and what we looked at is the dark side of proactivity. And one of the areas that we explored was people's open mindedness versus traditional mindsets. And if you have a traditional mindset, you're not likely to make change or not be happy with change. But if you have an open mindset, you're more likely to have buy in and contribute to what the change is actually going to be. Obviously, that dissertation has a lot more involved with it, but I think that was something interesting to highlight. Um, and to talk about the actual Bible verse, Romans 8:28, I feel like it really hit home for me this week. I have it here in the corner for everybody to look at. I'm gonna read it in my Bible. Romans 8:28, and we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good. And this was an especially great Bible verse. Recently moved into my new apartment, not even 2.5 weeks ago, and as anybody who has moved knows, there are adjustment periods. There's a lot of uncertainties and unknowns that come along with moving, and with faith and with trust in God, and knowing that all things that come about it is good because God is good. You don't have to stress about everything. You still can take into account different things, but keep doing what you're already doing and make those adjustments and believe in God and have that faith. And I think that's really important. So I went ahead and I made a little slide deck for everybody to look at with me. This is my logo for my aspiring business consulting company. That company is called JSS Consulting and Development. My logo here is the tree of life with people coming together discussing stuff and then a heart that's filled. So these are my three tenets. Growth. I want to make sure that anything that I'm a part of, I grow from it, and all the experiences that I have with everybody else, that they grow as well, especially clients. Also, community. I want to make sure that everybody has a voice, everybody has buy-in, and everybody comes together to lean on each other to make sure that it's a shared experience, and that we can all learn to come together and make something new. Fulfillment. I want to make sure that we all fill our cups when we come together. That there isn't anybody that's lacking or not having their cup filled. So anything that we can do to make sure that you feel that you have received what you needed, then that's part of my dedication as a business consultant and a fellow Christian. My name again is Justin Serrano. My current role, I'm a behavior management assistant in ABA, Applied Behavior Analysis. I'm also an aspiring business consultant. I work a lot with nonprofits, coalitions, small business owners, first generation immigrant owned organizations, and some other for profit organizations. And I really enjoy these fields because I feel like they can blend and marry with the tenants. A lot of ABA also has a lot of consulting, uh, concepts that maybe don't use the same language but have the same essence. And one of the things that I really look forward to is to learn more about you guys and learn more from you, the teacher, my peers, any other outside sources. So again, I'm happy to be here with everybody. My name is Justin Serrano, and I hope that you're doing wonderfully.